does. He does.
Prediction? Yes, prediction. Pain.
Are you ready? I was born ready.
Obviously, you're a little, aggravated by the line of questioning regarding Canelo.
I don't want to touch this, dirty, so bad. I don't want to touch his name.
I'm working on feeling the art of humbleness. Can you be with me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss him. Because sometimes I feel like a bitch. I don't want that person to come out, because when he comes out, hell is coming with him. And it's not funny at all. It must sound cool, like I'm a tough guy. It's just that I hate that I'm scared.
It would be awesome to, being a great warrior, maybe with a Mexican.
Let's go. Wait, pop.
I have to put the joke.
No. Hey,
thank you.
perfect play, man. I appreciate it.
Good timing, man.
Can't put predictions, man, but I definitely don't want to leave it to the judges.
Aquí seguimos, güey, para episodio 121 Longliveboxing en vivo podcast. Siempre aquí con ustedes, Manny Marrero.
Shona Gringo Hicksa.
Hopper. Always breaking it down like it is.
Como debe de ser.
Like it should be, como es debido, como ustedes saben, como a ustedes les gusta, directo al grano y sin pelos en la lengua. I'm excited about this topic. I'm super stoked about it, and I'm just sad though that I was just there a couple of weeks ago and I just couldn't really make this fight. And
you talking about La Isla?
Oh man, I really tried.
Did you have fun over there?
It was lovely. Loved it.
I'm surprised you came back.
I know. I would stayed over there, bro.
My life changed.
Did it?
That's a different
Did
conversation.
You get pregnant? Who's the lucky guy?
Is the question. He's sexy.
Whoa.
Oye, pero man, let me tell you something. It's been a while that I haven't been in an island that I can feel the energy of something big. And, just not being part, because I couldn't attend anything, but seeing the news and going to different places, and I seen posters and people talking about it. And coincidentally, though, that Friday I was in a restaurant right there in my hometown in Bayamón. That's where we were able to see Chevalier fight the last week. That week that I was there, unfortunately, he did lose. But the buzz around Puerto Rico, and when it comes to the sport of boxing, where people call it the Mecca of boxing, and the home of the WBO. It is the amazing Amanda Serrano that she would be headlining. And when I say that, man, headlining the main event against Nina Menke, that is incredible. And something that really stroked me, and I just wanted to really share with you guys. Obviously, we all know who's behind pretty much, Amanda Serrano. Obviously, they're the people, the fans, and having that opportunity to have the excitement of an elite boxer, a legend, a future Hall of Famer as Amanda Serrano. But then, you think about it, Jake Paul, he is taking the driver's seat in this occasion and allowing Amanda to shine. And so a lot of people didn't really give thought about that. No one out here has thought about, okay, why is he doing that? And so some that were able to at least see those interviews, they don't even acknowledge or maybe think that it's all fake. He's drawing the attention. He is the attention. But the reality is he's allowing Amanda Serrano to get the attention. He was very specific about those things. Everywhere they ask him is like, why would you like to be in the co-main event? It's like, this is not my time to shine. This is a time for Amanda Serrano to put a show in El Coliseo de Puerto Rico, something that she's been dreaming about. I wish this fight that it's happened would have been with Katie Taylor, but no. He has put up something together and allowed her to shine. He's always stepped back to the side and let the people, that's the attention, that's the main event. This is your star, right?
Just like Floyd Mayweather would. Mayweather would do that. No, he wouldn't.
I mean, Tank, he was always going to be there on top of him.
No, I was being sarcastic.
Right? And I know a lot of people criticize Jake Paul for like some of the things that he's doing. He's not a real boxer. He has proven a lot of people wrong. And he has done so many things in the island okay, he's cashing in on, some of the laws that, it's not his fault. Law 22, you don't pay capital gains. Great. But, he has done a lot of different things for the sport. And all the attention he has gotten worldwide, he's putting it together, and now he's letting someone shine as Amanda Serrano. That is worth it. The only person that has paid her $1 million+ in this continues to support her, and she is the most hardworking individual in the sport nowadays. So I'm really excited about that. I want to kind of hear your thoughts, guys, about, what do you guys think about, not sure if you guys have seen some interviews about this matter, but Hopper, I know it's your China enemy, so, we always love that rivalry, Mexican, Puerto Rican.
Your enemy, brother.
But also you had your thoughts
Certain
about
matchups.
You
I
have
love
your,
Xander.
I know you do. You better. You better. But I know that you've been kind of sorted on the fence as it pertains to Logan Paul and boxing. What are your thoughts about what
I love Jake Paul.
I mean, Jake Paul.
I've come out with many I think I made a Hopper thought a while back defending Jake Paul about just how seriously he takes the sport of boxing, how hard he's been training. Everything he's done for his fighters, Amanda Serrano in particular, giving her the biggest payday. And now he's taking a back seat and giving her the main event while he still continues to draw the eyes, be the attention guy. I know I was joking earlier when I said Floyd Mayweather, that's not something Floyd would ever
Heck
do. No. And Jake Paul he catches a lot of heat. Of course, he's a YouTuber trying to cross over, but he's put in the work, man. Anybody that gets in the ring, bro, it's not fun. It's for a millionaire that's already rich, wanting to cross over and try boxing. It's not fun. I mean, you've trained boxing. You guys know
you need, and he does that.
It is grueling. Just to go 3 rounds. It takes incredible shape, incredible cardio, incredible dedication. The sacrifice, not eating what you want to eat, the cutting of the weight, the training in the gym is just ridiculous, man. All the behind the scenes that goes on there, the workouts that they do, it's Jake Paul. He deserves massive respect just for coming from where he did without the amateur experience to hell, he dropped the Fury. Fury's cousin. He dropped him with the jab, and he still lost the fight. But hey, he gave a decent account of himself against a professional fighter, Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury. And I respect Jake Paul for everything that he's doing in the sport of boxing, man. Anybody that steps inside that ring, bro, he deserves respect, bro. It's boxing. You don't play boxing, Gringo.
Sean. So Amanda Serrano, obviously Puerto Rico. She's the star. A lot of people are wanting and dying to be part of history. Sadly enough, I haven't been able to do so, and neither I did it with Tito. And those are things that I really regret that I never really took my time to do so. This is a time, right? Being the international star as Jake Paul, was he right? Did he do the right thing to allow Amanda Serrano to be the main event and let her shine against her people?
Yeah, I think that's logically the best move to make. I know instantly when he did that, he gained so much, respect from me and so much credibility because, to your point of what Hopper is saying, there's so many guys that have had big egos that would never, ever do that.
Not even consider it.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be a thought.
Nope.
And then it's a reality that, honestly, there are going to be people that tune in because he is a YouTuber and the fame and that he's assessed and the people that he has that follow him that allow him to spend and create the way he has. So I'll say, as much as I respect that he does step into the ring, as Hopper said, but the thing that I've respected the most is how he's handled Amanda Serrano and the fighters, especially the female fighters, give them the chance to be on a bigger platform, giving them the bigger paydays, and just the overall way he's embraced the island, La Isla, and he's taking care of, Puerto Rico and really made sure to provide them good quality events. So that's to be commended and respected. And for anybody questioning that, and, I don't really care about the journey so much about where people go and how they get there. I just imagine on them being there. And right now, he's in a place where he's lifting the island up. He's lifting Amanda Serrano up and the fighters on that card. And it's a beautiful thing to see, man. I got a lot of respect, and I think it's great for Puerto Rico. So shout out to him.
Yeah, it's all across the board. I'm still kicking my ass for not planning. And you guys know that I was a victim of that cancel fight against Katie Taylor. I had everything set up, my hotel, my airfare. Man, I'd really picture myself over there. I never been to Ireland, bro. And we know those Irish, they're crazy about their people. They're amazing.
They're Mexicans' long lost cousins,
dude.
bro.
I'm telling you, they might be minority, but you did see over there at
they
even in New
support
York,
their fighters like crazy.
Yeah,
like
they did see
the pro
fight.
debut of Michael Conlon.
Yeah.
In New York was insane. I mean, they took over. And when I went to, and here I go again, dropping the. When I was in New York for the Terrence Crawford fight against
Hey, look at you!
Hey, look at me! Michael Conlon fought on the undercard. And I'm telling you, the Irish fans made their presence felt at Madison Square Garden. Yep, I was there. Hey, look at me!
No, and even last week,
Impressive.
looking last week with Berlanga too as well. You did hear, a lot of Irish
support
fans
their
over
fighters.
there.
Look at Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. And so, but also as well is and very interesting as I was reading out there as well is, part of that card is one of the 5 champions that we currently have, and that is Jonathan Bomba Gonzalez, who'll be fighting against Rene Santiago.
Oh, the bike cyclist.
It is a fight that.
We love you, Bumba.
Love you, Bumba. Thank you
We
for
love
being
you,
on our
Bumba.
show. We could have you again.
Listen,
Bring your bike next time.
But this is really not the fight that obviously he had wanted. He's been kind of in the shadow. Hasn't fought in a year. He's been some complications, but he finally got over that hump, and so this was actually the best fight that most likely it happened for, not money wise, but even Jake Paul, a partner with Tuto Salabala Jr., which he has. Doing amazing things in Puerto Rico and, allowing some of these good boxers to have a lot of exposure, not in the Baker Network. But, they're matching against him. Santiago's record 12-3. Bumba obviously is a WBO light flyweight champion, 27, 3 losses and 1 win. So exciting to have one of the few Puerto Rican champions on the card. People are excited about it, and they see a bright future in it. Obviously, we have landed some other champions as well, and some of them that we'll talk about later on throughout the night. But that is going to be part of that card. And then obviously, fan favorite, Christopher El Pitufo Dia is back, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be fighting Headley Scott in the super featherweight division.
Guaranteed action.
Guaranteed action because he does.
Fight with Navarrete.
My
Classic.
goodness. I mean, he doesn't give up, and he
It was
is
hard card.
Warrior. En todo el sentido. Un guerrero.
And I can't imagine just the horns blowing all over the stadium and people just chanting and just giving themselves a wow, because it just doesn't stop there. Pedro Marquez Medina fights Brandon Valdez. This is Medina's record 15-1 and Valdez is 15-4. These are 2 brawlers too as well that
Oh my goodness.
are going to entertain people.
So no feel out rounds there.
No feel announced. The undefeated Elijah Flores is going to fight Alejandro Munera. That's another interesting fight for the young prospect Flores also as well. And so, and then Crista Rosado, she's also undefeated against Gloria Munguia. No Munguia, Munguia as a 5-0. Good action fight for the females out there. Starting the card, in path to go ahead and being able to showcase, obviously, the star of that night. There's a couple other ones that are pretty good. Jason Walton and Joshua Torres. Torres made a pro debut. He lost, unfortunately, but Javon Walton, he's actually making his pro view. A lot of promising for the kid. Very interesting, good card. Excited about this, but I'm not excited about talking about our next subject.
All right. So
Because, don't talk about Puerto Ricans that way, Sean. I'm serious. I'm Puerto Rican. Am I that mean? Do I deserve people to talk to?
No, actually, you're
my
very
people that way?
Yeah, when people ask, like, hey,
Poquito.
who's the nicest of the 3 brothers? Everybody says Manny, hands down. There's no question.
Puerto Rican. Why not?
Hey, Puerto Rican one. Come on. It's definitely not me. I'm the hungry one.
No,
So,
not me. I'm Mexican. I hate everybody.
Vale verga.
Vale. Viva Mexico, cabrones.
The person we're talking about
Like a Puerto
is
Rican
not
say.
Puerto Rican. They're not gringo. They're not Mexican. They're actually Honduran. And they had some comments they made
Through New
and we're
York.
going to share them now. And don't hold back, Manny, on what your thoughts are.
Knew about him until he started calling me out. It's just due to facts. You know, he could be an IBF world champion, but he's the most softest fighter in the division. Why I say that? Because he's one-dimensional to the point where Puerto Ricans, man, I tear they butt up. Puerto Ricans are easy to beat. And I don't care if the Puerto Ricans feel some type of way. Put them in front of me, we beat them.
All right, so that's an interview that Teofimo Lopez did on Pro Box. Shout out to them. He was with Paulie Malignaggi, and they were just having a good old time. So it actually was a very good interview. So I would encourage you to watch the full interview, but we're focused on an aspect of the interview. And Manny, you have the floor, brother.
You know what the problem is there?
What's the problem, Manny?
That
Cuéntamelo.
out of the 4 champions, okay, that are currently in the 140. All right, Teofimo can't stand understanding that he is number 3.
Behind?
Devin Haney,
Okay.
Subriel Matia,
Mm.
and then Teofimo Lopez. And I got to tell you something. I'd love to see that fight. And yeah, talk all you want. Which, by the way, I did think that Jermaine had the slight edge, right? He came with a game plan, and you couldn't beat a Puerto Rican that easy. If you are that elite, like you say, like you're the nowadays Muhammad Ali, I just didn't digest that. When I really heard that, and I've always liked Teofimo. And we've talked great things about him. And I think he's a dedicated. I think he gives us spectacular moments, sometimes not consistent, but I think he's someone that truly we enjoyed watching, right? But when you come out like that and you could not overcome what the opponent brought you, their game plan, that's the problem. You were not able to cut that ring, all right? So you want a brawler? You want someone that can stand in front of you and you punch him and you want to test the power? That's the fight that you need to take. Instead of talking all that crap about, there's no Puerto Rican that can definitely beat me. You got a Puerto Rican in your division. A different story would have been if there's no Puerto Rican champion in the division. But guess what, Teofimo Lopez? You are a champion. WBO. And I got to tell you something. WBO, isn't that like the hub of WBO in Puerto Rico? Weren't you awarded that belt in Puerto Rico? Didn't the Puerto Ricans clapped and praised you, right? And told you how great you are and thank you how all the things that you have done and embraced you and accepted you? And you come back here and talk all that crap about that? How many champions are history in your country? What, 5? Last time I recall. You are the latest for the last, what? Since 1985, if I'm thinking. Come on, man. You know what I mean? But the story is different. You have a world champion that you can unify. Yeah, you got different promoters, but guess what? Guess what, Teofimo? Subriel Matia went across the board, and now he's part of Matchroom Boxing USA. That gives you a much better chance. There's a good relationship there between ESPN and Eddie Hearn. You can make this happen. There'll be money in there. Oh, wait a minute. He would want to be the A side. I would want to make this much money. I would want to do that. This is the chance to make this fight happen right now. And so you keep talking like that. I'll take it, but I want to see you make it. And that's all I got to say about that. Hopper, you bubble a lot about this.
Damn.
You bubble about Subriel. You have seen Subriel. I think you have given a lot of props. You have mentioned about concerns about certain things, but what are your thoughts about
I like Subriel. I like the fact that he's trained by a Mexican trainer and El Panda and Eddie. But I think Teofimo, at worst, I would probably put him tied for first in the division.
Are you kidding me?
With Devin Haney.
Are you kidding me?
And that's just going off of track record. I mean, when a focused Teofimo, he was the first to beat Lomachenko back when Lomachenko was still on his, on top. and he dismantled Josh Taylor. I mean, that's impressive, man. That's impossible to hate on. He came to knock on Subriel. Yeah, I mean, no, he's a great fighter. He's very come forward, powerful. He likes to fight. Have we seen him with an elite opponent? Not yet. But if that fight happens, it'll be a banger for sure. And was Teofimo saying that to draw interest in the fight? Maybe gall the Puerto Ricans and to becoming Pumpkin, because Teofimo's a very smart guy. He's very cerebral, and I think it's all part of his game plan.
So you thought that was a strategic statement?
Oh, it's very
but
very
here's
strategic.
The thing, it's strategic, man. But you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot just like that. And I get it. Everything's about trash talking, and he's great about it. But here's the problem, man. Here's the thing. In the way I might see it, is Teofimo has always issues with the money. And he thinks he needs to get this kind of money. And so he probably is going to be the ace-high. Nothing wrong about that. I think you mentioned.
No, I don't think there's no probability. He's definitely the ace-high in that matchup.
But at the same time, should he be making a whole lot of difference? Or maybe a money that might not be worth the whole entire card. If it's a stacked card that is a major pay-per-view, then guess what? Yeah.
Well, luckily,
but that's going to be a DAZN.
Luckily,
and that's probably not going to be a pay-per-view if they're going to headline.
That's the promoter's issue.
I get it. But then if you're asking a substantial amount of money, that you can't, you as the promoters know that they're not going to be able to make it a pay-per-view unless they make them a co-main event, and they have a main event, I don't know, whomever, Canelo and Berlanga.
Ooh,
that'll be fucking huge.
That'll be amazing.
You know what I mean? So now we're talking about that. However, at the same time, that is the reason why I believe that's not going to happen.
Unbelievable card.
That's the reason probably it may not happen.
I love that card now.
Dude,
I want that card in September.
That?
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. Manny, I know you're a cookie, brother, but look, I never said it before in public, but I was
hold up.
to pay for that fight. To be there in public, because all this PC stuff of him being polite and stuff, he would lose his shit, okay, if he's at that fight. And Teofimo walks in the ring.
He'd probably attack him.
Manny would rip him to shreds.
He would run at him.
I mean, come on.
And Manny's been working out. Look at him. He's in shape. He'd probably last, 5 seconds with Teofimo.
Teofimo has no chance.
Hey, I went down from, what is it, Bridger? What is that new division?
Bridgerweight
down to 175.
Wow.
Get ready, brother.
I may wait. I can fight now, Benavidez. Bring it.
Whoa.
No, but I'll go ahead and say that while I do believe, as they say in the streets, it was cap, that it was a calculated move for Teofimo to say that, I do feel like, just like anything else, where every lie there's some truth, I do feel like he does believe that. That's why I came out so. I think that's how he feels. I think that he doesn't necessarily want to say those things because, they are harsh. But in this world, it's the prize fighting game. You're trying to bring in people to the event. I think that's how he feels. I think he feels like there's no Puerto Rican that can beat him. And I think that's getting Manny fired up. I can see the veins on his head. I love it.
I didn't even know he had those veins.
Oh, man, they're new veins.
New veins.
2024 veins.
You've been working those out too, man.
All kinds of veins.
Whoa. Listen, keep it G-rated, brother.
No, but I mean, you guys have a great point, and so I don't want to be too bullish on my boy, and I want to be objective. But I do think that the best opponent in that division to prove Teofimo, his style, right? That will be Suriel Matias. That's just no one else, and I think that Teofimo is gonna have a long ride. Because this guy is as committed as he is. He made the biggest move of his life. He parted ways with, the people who, they're kind of fading away. We'll talk later about that. But
don't talk about gringos, PBC like that, bro.
Giving himself a whole difference, being the news in Puerto Rico of the moves that he has made is because he knows that he's going to get those fights. And I got to tell you, I am excited because I know that Eddie Hearn can do that. He's going to do that. And so it could be a strategic move. And just to be clear, you know what? It's not about the Teofimo. I think he takes stuff from his father. And we all know that he's been the person who's been targeted when it comes to the trash talking, not Teofimo. Teofimo follows up. But he's got a great heart. Right, he cares for his people. He's committed. He trains a lot. He trains well. He's inconsistent, as I may say. So
he had one inconsistent fight. Yeah, he sure did.
You know what I mean? So if that's the case, and he had a second one, but if that's the case that this fight happens, then now, there's no way pulling back in what you talked about when you fought Jermaine, a couple of weeks ago. Right, that you wanted to stay in the ring and brawl, and that's what's going to happen. Let's see who's the last man standing. I can't wait for that fight to happen.
Episode 120, right?
Wait for that fight. I think I have a new wish list. So His Excellency, if you're listening, or Damian Lillard, if you're listening,
my boy Damian.
Oh yeah,
Milwaukee Bucks.
Google us, bro.
Yeah, please. Hey, if you can make that happen, brother, because you're the dream maker, the dream weaver. That's the fight we want. So go ahead. And I know you're thinking, for those that are listening, I can't believe these guys are getting so hyped for Canelo Berlanga in September. But hear me out. If you put Subriel Matisse on that card with Teofimo Lopez,
doable. That's doable.
That's a fucking amazing card.
I will go to Saudi Arabia. I don't care if I can't have a single drop of alcohol.
I wouldn't go.
I would go.
Yeah.
No beer, I'm out.
No alcohol, no women, sign me up.
Nah, I'm out.
Like life.
Well, I can't go that route of women anymore in my life. That's a different story. But anyway.
What?
Óyeme, te digo que se dé esa pelea Puerto Rico. Un abrazo cariñoso.
Fuerte a la isla.
You guys enjoy up this weekend. It's your weekend. Party like it's like your birthday. But you know what? Be very careful. Episodio 121.
Fuera.
Nos fuimos.